Our final tribute is from Mũmbi Mũgo, who will speak on behalf of herself and her sister, Jerry Koi.
Good morning, everyone. What an honor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My mother, sister, and I recently returned from Ghana after attending the beautiful send-off for my aunt and second mother, Amaata Edu. From the moment my feet touched the Ghanaian soil, I truly felt at home. The love that my aunties and uncles poured upon myself and Kina, Auntie Ama's daughter, wrapping us both in their bosoms and allowing us to grieve our mothers was invaluable. For me, it was in Ghana that I allowed myself to begin mourning the death of my mother. I will forever be grateful for this time, and to all my auntie mothers, uncle fathers, I say, Medase. Before several of you become scared that I've truly lost my faculties, allow me to explain. Auntie Ama was one of the closest friends in my mother's life. In Auntie's tribute, I wrote of how she and Mommy co-parented my late sister Jerry Koi, Kina, and I when we lived in exile in Zimbabwe. From the moment I told Mommy about Auntie's death, she collapsed in my arms and never recovered. Auntie died on May 31st, 2023, and Mom exactly a month later on June 30th, 2023. Kina is convinced that her mother planned it all so that they could be together again, away from this painful world. In my mother's book of poetry, titled My Mother's Poem and Other Songs, she wrote about the day she called my maternal grandmother after my grandfather had died. Our first year in exile, she wrote, "The day after my father was buried, the distance between home and exile suddenly doubled. For Kina and I, the gift our mothers have left us was to lessen the distance between Ghana and Syracuse. We will forever be bonded by this moment." Now, in true Mĩcere Gĩthae Mũgo fashion, she could not leave it there. Last night, as I was talking to my cousin brother, Tongai Choto from Zimbabwe, he reminded me that his mother, Amai Choto, another very close friend of Mommy's, died too on June 30th. I was stunned. Even in death, she continues to teach me lessons of Utu, a shared humanity, and the links that bond us together as fellow human beings. Now, I do not want to romanticize life in exile because it was not easy, and especially for a single mother with 2 young children. Shortly before her passing, I had a conversation with my mother in which she expressed her guilt at having forced my sister and I into a life of exile with her. To this day, I am glad we had that conversation because I was able to thank my mother for the life that she gave us. She opened our world to thinking of ourselves beyond just being Kenyan. She taught us the essence of finding a home where we are, and it is because of these lessons that I find myself now with family here in Syracuse, Ghana, Malawi, Mozambique, Nigeria, Senegal, South Africa, Uganda, the United Kingdom, the United States, and the list goes on and on. This woman who did everything to make sure that my sister and I had a fair chance in life ended up giving us a life that few children are fortunate enough to have. On behalf of my sister Jerry Koi and I would like to express humble love and gratitude to you all for having come to celebrate my mother's life this weekend. Many have thanked me for sharing my mother with the world. My response remains the same. I was not worthy to be Mĩcere Gĩthae Mũgo's daughter, but I will live the remainder of my life ensuring that I continue to share her with the world so that every new baby that is born in this world will one day know about this great hero and the lasting imprint she left on this earth. Remaining true to my mother and my sister's names, the ones who travel will be joining me on my trip to Kenya next week, where they will help me share their love, light, and bright blessings and their quest in the tireless pursuit of Utu. Thank you very much.